Okay, good morning. I hope this ends up transferring well. I can see that because I'm going through StreamYard, it's a little bit blurry on the YouTube side, which it's normally not because normally I just stream straight through YouTube. But I plan on having a guest at some point in time, hopefully. And in order to do that, I will have to be on StreamYard. So anyway, as it says in the title, using up the scraps, what I'm going to do is I did the flip through of the photo album that I did all week. I did that last night. And so I still had a few pages left over from the paper collection. And I did cut up a couple pieces, and I'm just going to make them into tags, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So I have this angle punch from We Are Memory Keepers. I do not have this available in the shop, but you can find it on, you can find it on places like Amazon and stuff like that. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay, because I have not streamed through StreamYard in a hot minute. So I just want to make sure everything is copacetic. So anyway, what I'm doing is I cut these. These particular ones are squared. They are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. These are 3.5 by 3 3/4. And I hope I just did that at the right. I did not. So these are going to be a little bit different. That's okay. So last night I actually started working on a second photo album, just miniature version. And because I wanted to use up the leftovers, I had one of the 8.5 by 11 cardstocks that I had filled up with the scrap pieces. And I still had one of those sheets left because I think I filled up like 5 or 6 of them. I used most of them in the original album, but I still had a couple pieces left over. And I also had some of the pages from the paper collection. And so I still have 2 12 by 12s, even after cutting what I was going to use for this photo album. So this photo album, the inside pages measure 4 by 4. So it's super, super cute. And I haven't glued anything down, which may or may not be smart, but I don't think you go there. There you go. But it's super cute, right? So I've got, let's see, what was I doing with this? Ah, yes, okay. And then spine piece here. So I just kind of wanted to go over the fact that just because they're scraps or leftovers or whatever, they don't necessarily have to look like they're scraps or leftovers or whatever, you know? You can still use them in an entirely new project, and it can look just as good, if not better, than the original that started you using the collection to begin with. Now, don't get me wrong. There are definitely aesthetics that, you know, you look for the grungy and the, you know, the vintage or antique or whatever. And in that case, by all means, grunge up. But for this particular set of projects, I have not been doing antiquing or vintaging up or anything like that. It's very streamlined, very clean cut. And so I'm just going to maintain that stylization through this particular project, which is going to be using my leftover pieces. And so all of these pieces have been cut using the scraps. And so far, this is my pile of secondary scraps, if you will. And that's it. And I plan to use those for the most part as well. So I'm just going to take this, stick this down. And This particular photo album is not going to be nearly as complex or as complicated as the first one. The first one, for one, was very large. It was a very big book. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? This one is going to be very simplistic in nature. Let's put you here because we've got some words that I cut up. And we can kind of scatter those throughout. I think that'd be super cute because I'm going paper to paper, not paper to fabric. I'm just going to use my ATG here. How many of you say ATG gun? I realized that because I said it the other day and I was like, wow, I'm being redundant because ATG literally stands for automatic tape gun. And when you say ATG gun, you're saying automatic tape gun gun. It's funny to me. I like that. I might just use the, yeah, let's do it this way. So as you can see, this is actually the back of the, the title page. And this is just PVA glue. And for those of you who have not followed this process through from the beginning, I am using Aesop's Fables paper line. It is available in the shop, journeyofcrafting.com. Just do a little search for Aesop's Fable. It's AESOP''S, and you'll get the listing for all of the pads in this particular collection. And I'm just putting some of these little titles kind of haphazardly over everything. Like, and I'm not doing any kind of like fussy cutting or anything like that. This is it as far as fussy cutting goes. How's the picture? Because it looks super blurry for me. I'm going through StreamYard, as you can see by the little duck in the corner. Because a little bit later on, I should be having a guest join us. And that's cute. I like that. What do you think? It's like super delayed. There's like a 45-second delay. It's crazy. So anyway, like I was saying, you don't necessarily have to use scraps and then just make it look like you're obviously using scraps. Because the goal with this particular project is to make it look like we opened a fresh pot of paper just for this project. Now, we didn't, but nobody else needs to know that. You know, it's just as good as the first one. Honestly, I think it might be cuter just because I like smaller things. Like I like the miniature things. Like for instance, I think I have a super tiny book right here on my desk. I like tiny things. I'm weird, I know. Bloop. Okay, so I think what I want to do here is I'm going to put these guys on. Oh, I did a thing. I bought a punch. So that's what I was doing last night while I was on the phone with my friend. I was punching tabs. We're just going to give this a slight border because otherwise it's going to blend right on into that spine piece. And I don't want that. And as you can see, I'm yet again using scraps to do this. Okay. Give that a second, let that dry. Go ahead and put our back cover piece on. Good morning, Lisa's. Lisa. Okay, Lisa's house. I was like, Lisa's. Good morning. How are you? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move this because I need this part. We are making another photo album with the leftover pieces of the Aesop's Fables paper collection. I used most of it in the larger I'm from frigid Michigan. Oh my gosh, how cold is it up there right now? Like I want to say it's cold here, but I'm in South Carolina, so nothing I say is going to be like even close to comparison to you right now. Oh gosh. But yeah, so we started the collection making a larger interactive photo album. And now we're going to try to use up a lot more of this for another photo album. A much smaller one, obviously. Because I used 4 paper pads almost with a bigger one. I don't really want to open up another paper pad. At least not in this collection. I'm not sure what my next project is going to be. I've got some really, really cool collections. Oh, I know. I love using the leftovers. They're just, I don't know. Because you can come up with some pretty amazing things when you're just using what's left. And that's what I was saying earlier. Sometimes you can it ends up being better than the original. My brain gets overwhelmed. Yeah, I don't really get like full collections. So with this one, all I did was I got the different paper pads. So there was the 12 by 12 and then the 12 by 12 backgrounds, the A4, 8 by 8 and 6 by 6. There are some rice papers, I think, but I don't think I got any for this collection because Ciao Bella is really hard for me to store the rice papers because they're actually much larger than traditional A4 size. So it does make storing them a little bit more difficult for me. So I do limit the amount of rice papers that we get from Ciao. And that's who made this line, was Ciao. Now, Stamperia rice papers are super easy to store because they come pre-packaged. Like, they're already wrapped up and packaged and separated out and everything. You don't have to worry about them getting damaged or anything like that. Ciao is not like that. They are just single, and actually most of the companies are not like that. Most of the companies are not pre-packaged out like that. So we're going to put that there. I like that. All right. I think really the only company that I try to get a good bit of the collections, because it has more than just paper, is Prima. Because Prima has all kinds of stuff like stickers and flowers and buttons and metal pieces and charms and, oh my gosh, all kinds of stuff. But most of the things I obtain, I get the paper and the die cuts, and that's it. And rice paper, if they have rice paper. That's it. Because I'm like you, I get overwhelmed just thinking about all that stuff. Oh, my nails look so bad. I'm sorry. I tried to, I did my nails and then I went and did the dishes and they chipped. And I was going to just, polish back over them, no big deal. But because it's dip polish, it didn't really take. So it just came back off again. I was like, man. So apparently with dip polish, you have to take it all off, redo it, and put it all back on. It's like, oh, well, all right then. Okay, so the cover is done. And just think, all of that came from scraps, leftover pieces. All right, so now we've got the inside covers. Now this, if you guys remember in the last album that we made, this was actually also from scraps. I Tetrised some pieces together on top of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So this is super thick for one, but this was also made from scraps. This has got some leftover pencil mark here. So we're just going to erase that real quick. And it is going on fabric. So I'm going to use this tape. This tape is a Frank Garcia tape, and it is from Prima. This stuff is amazing. You can find it on Etsy. I do not have it in my shop, but you can find it on Etsy. You might be able to find it on places like scrapbook.com or something like that. It's about $8 a roll. This one is $12 a roll. This one is $8 a roll. But it's pretty amazing. When I was putting the fabric on the cover, I was showing my friend, and I picked the entire album up, like the whole thing, by the fabric that was adhered with just the tape. I just picked it up and was swinging it around. I was like, look at this tape. This is crazy. She's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Score tape doesn't do that. Bloop. Where is this? Where is what? Where am I? I'm in South Carolina. Or where is my shop? My shop is at journeyofcrafting.com. Or where am I physically? I'm in my office, in my home. Which I don't think that's what you were asking, but I was guessing because there's like a 45-second delay because I'm using StreamYard instead of the YouTube's, which is most likely why my video is very blurry right now, which is kind of irritating to me. Let's see. I don't think there's really any way of me fixing it. Oh, well, I just refreshed YouTube. That seemed to have helped a lot. Weird. So yeah, anyway. And everything that I'm using right now was taken. Everything that I will continue to use. I am not opening a new pack of paper. Bye, Michelle. Thank you so much for stopping by. I think you go this way. Oh, maybe you don't. Maybe you go this way. Crud. But okay. All right. There we go. And all of the base pages will be secured with the Prima tape because it's going to be attached to the fabric. And it's either that or use Fabri-Tac. And this is my new love at the moment, so we're going to stick with the tape. Do, 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 do. All right, we'll put the covers on here, the front pages. Go ahead and do this back page too. Lego. Lego my ego. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. So I just put the tape on the wrong side of this. And there's no saving this. There's nothing I can do with this. I'm not going to be able to peel this up. See? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So, y'all didn't see that. Oh boy. So we're gonna have to cut another square from one of these pieces of scraps. Oh, that's just too funny. I put it on the front instead of the back. All right. So yet another example of just how strong this tape is. I was thinking about getting more and putting it in the shop. It is very pricey though. And so I would have to know that there would be a market for it really. Before I committed to something like that. Because wholesale, it costs quite a penny, which is why it costs so much retail. Da, da, da. Did I answer your question, Miss Lisa? I don't know if I did. I know I was guessing, but I don't know if I actually answered your question. And good morning, everyone else who's popping in. Oh, I need this too. Come out, wherever you are. All right. Now that we have that going the right direction and not completely upside down and backwards and inside out. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. Perfect. I think I'm going to use a smaller roll though, because I don't think I need the big old inch wide page just for that. So I think what I want to do is show you guys something else that you can do with your scraps instead of, I'm just going to set these aside. These are all the same, except for this one. This one's the back cover. Let me go ahead and do that one. The back and side cover. That way it's adhered, and then we can move on to something different other than just taping pages down because, well, you guys have seen me do that a lot. So let's figure out what else we can do with these things, right? Oh, mail's here. I do have a shop. It's called journeyofcrafting.com. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and put one in the middle of this one because this tape isn't quite as wide as the 1 inch. All right. Come here. I can link it for you. Give me a second. Okay, there you go. And pretty much most of the things that I use you can find in my shop, with the exception of this brand new crazy magic tape. I don't have that in there yet. Still working on whether or not I want to take that leap. It's pricey. Okay, so we've got the inside cover and the inside cover and the first page done. And we would have had this back page done too, but I decided to tape it on the wrong spot. So we've got the cover and do it like that. Oh, and also this fabric was also leftover fabric, obviously, from the same piece of scrap fabric. Because I started the project with scrap fabric and then just made another one with the same piece of scrap fabric. This fuzzy is going to drive me bonkers. I really hope it doesn't do that on the rewind. Okay, so these are some other pieces that I have cut out of the leftover pieces. And I went ahead and scored them on various portions for to fold over to become tabs. And these go this way. This one goes this way. This one goes this way. And this one is a top and bottom. And voila. Okay. So something else that you can do is something like with these, one thing at a time. All right, let's go ahead and we'll do this one. We'll do that one. And we'll leave those for now. Okay, so I went ahead and scored at the 1/2 inch mark right there. There you go. You can see that. I also did the same thing, scored 1/2 inch. And basically with this one, all I did was decide which one had more space. If I were to take off 1/2 inch, which one gave me more space of the mousy himself. And so that's why I did it on that side. What do I sell? I sell all kinds of stuff. I sell supplies for scrapbooking or journal making, photo album making, any kind of paper crafting, laces, fabrics, well, not so much fabrics, but laces, doilies. I sell different textiles. I have inks, I have stencils, I have stamps, I have tools, I have obviously lots of paper lines, napkins, rice papers, stickers, flowers. Oh my gosh. I have all kinds of stuff. I really do. I also have handmade items that I make myself and then I put on the shop and sell those. I sell my journals. I sell my photo albums. I sell my books. I sell my ephemera that I make for photo albums, books, and journals. I sell jewelry. I also make jewelry. I sell all kinds of stuff. Yep. All right, so I'm going to do it like this and take our little page here. And so I want it to look like this. Okay. And we're going to put this one here like that. We're going to put this one here like that. So let's add our magnets. And that's going to get tricky because right now there's nothing underneath this. Good morning, Miss Sandra. How are you? I need to grab my magnets. I buried them because I was like, oh, I'm done. Not yet. I'm not. Let go. Oh, gosh. They're sticking to all the other magnets. But yeah, if you go over to the shop, then you will see there is just all kinds of stuff for you to play with. I have names such as Tim Holtz, Prima, Stamperia, Ciaobella, Blue Fern. Let's see. All kinds of stuff over there. Okay. I did have Blue Fern's newest collection, Yuletide, and I thought I got enough of the collection to last through Christmas because I got like over 100 pieces of just the 12 by 12, and they're gone. I'm completely sold out of everything. The ephemera, the cards, the 12 by 12, everything. So, yeah. We're going to put you right there. And then bloop. Or not the card. They weren't called card. I think they were called bits and bobs is what Blue Fern calls them. Okay. I'm just going to hold this down a little bit and let that take. And there is a hound dog in my face. Hello, very giant hound dog. It's my daughter's bloodhound. She's massive. 90-pound dog in this little bitty. Well, it's not really that little, but I put so much stuff in here that it makes it seem like it's little bitty. You know, I think maybe I should round the corners. I think I'm going to do that. All right, let's round you too. I think I missed. I did. Okay. All right, so that goes there. And then this one can go here like that. Let's glue this down first before I try to put the magnet on. And I'm going to try to make this as straight as possible. Now, it is a wet glue, so it does give you a decent amount of adjustment time. It is a PVA glue, so it does adhere pretty quickly, but it's not like super glue quick, you know. Gives you a little bit of time. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a magnet right here on the end, I think, because I don't want it on top of this one. So I'm going to put it over here on the end. Okay. Put another one right on top of that. And then put another little piece of tape right on top of that. And then we've got our first little page all made from scraps. So you can just cover the album completely in these little pages here. Or you can still make it interactive even with the scraps, because there's still plenty of mileage left on the papers. And then you cover those up with either things like this, or you can cover it up with things like this. Now, these are way too big for this particular journal, but I've got smaller ones like this that you can put like right there. But I'm not going to put that right there because I'm going to put a photo mat right there. Bloop. And I will most likely put photo mats here and here as well. That way I will have places to either write or journal, or whoever gets this photo album will have places to write or journal. This is going to drive me crazy. Crazy. Okay, so there's one thing that you could do with the scraps. You could also make another page where it's flipping up, but let's make a pocket, okay? Because I made some tags, so I want to make a pocket. So first I'm going to need to put down another page. So let's do that real quick. Okay. Let's use this green. And so the pockets are going to be the same concept as the flaps, except instead of scoring on one side, you're going to score on 3 sides. Or you can just glue the 2 sides and it will be a much tighter pocket. Like you're not going to be able to get in there and dig around. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm going to put this down and then we can start working on our pocket. But as you can see, the smaller your journal or album, the quicker it goes. It really does go quite quickly. Okay. Now let's see, we've got this guy here and we can make him into a pocket. Or we've got, let's see. Oh no. We do have some more scraps over here. So let's go and look at those. Not the full sheets, but the scraps. This is what I have left for my scraps. Let's put this aside. We're going to need something that is longer than 4x4. Preferably something that's around at least 5 by something. 2.5, maybe. I do have a couple whole sheets left of the 8x8. So there's that. Which one are you? Huh. That's cute. All right. Oh, here's something. Oh, wait. Let's do this one. I really like this one. I like this. All right. So we're going to do, the page is 4x4. So we're going to make it 5. And let's see, how tall do we want our pocket? Maybe 2 inches. So we'll do 2.5 inches because remember, we're going to score that 1/2 inch mark. Let's do 2 3/4. Okay. And then I'll do one more. Just so I have an extra pocket to play with. Grab your scoreboard. This is an EP Tools scoreboard. All right, so we're going to score at 1/2 inch here. Bloop. And then we're going to score at 4.5 inches here. Okay, I'm going to flip it one direction. And if it's directional, make sure you're scoring at the bottom. And we're going to score 1/2 inch at the bottom as well. Okay. Same thing with this one. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. Then score at 4.5 inches. Rotate it. Score the bottom portion at 1/2 inch. Okay. Move your scoreboard. Now flip it over. Kind of fold up a little bit so you can see your score marks. And then we're going to cut. Good morning, Miss Teresa. How are you? So we're going to taper the corners. And all that means is we're going to cut it at a diagonal mark. Your phone is shuddering this morning? Oh no. Okay. And then this one, same thing. Because what we could do is by making 2 of these, we could actually make mirrored or semi-mirrored because, well, no, we can do mirrored. We can do mirrored pages. Let's take this page here. We're going to add some tape. Go ahead, put it down so we can do our mirrored pockets. Okay. And voila. All right, go ahead and burnish that down. Not that it's really necessary. And I wonder... Oh no! My phone's like going crazy. Okay, where'd my book go? I lost my book. Okay, so we're going to put you here. Just like that. Okay. Bloop. All right, I'll lay that down right there. Okay, and then we're going to fold this up. And, oh, you know what? I did this on the other album, and I really liked the effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and push those creases down on all of them. Okay. But the effect that I was talking about is rounding the corners. It's really quite cool. Makes the pocket very interesting. Just make sure that you're rounding the right corners. Because I think it might still stay, but you'd have holes at the bottom if you did that one. But then you open it back up and you cut into that little crease right there. You see that little divot? You kind of cut into it, bloop, just like that. So you're going to taper it into the cute little corner. Okay. Bloop, bloop. All right. So I'm going to make sure that my bottom piece here is on the outside of the 2 side pieces. That way, when I try to put my card in, it's not going to get stuck or caught on that bottom piece. And I think I left this open too long. Don't use your pins to declog. Not a great idea. They're not stable enough for that. my pens are very beat up and bent up. I can very easily replace mine though, because I do make those. I actually made that one. All right. But yeah, definitely don't declog your glue with your pens. That's bad. Okay. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm holding this bottom piece down into the corner. That way it can get caught by those side flaps. And then I will just take the whole thing, glue on these 3 sides, and glue it down to my page. And then I will have a pocket. Okay. All right, take the other one, same thing, glue across the sides. Don't put too much glue on there, otherwise it'll seep out and then it'll seep into the pocket and then you won't be able to get your goodies in your pocket. Okay. But by doing this particular method with the tabs, you're actually giving a little bit more room inside your pocket so you can take things out and whatnot. My neck just cracked. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was loud. Okay, so we have the cards that we can use in there. Okay, so friend is coming. Oh, now see, I think I put too much glue because there we go. It was getting caught. That thing where I was like, hey, be sure not to do that. I think I did that. All right, there we go. Anyway, so you can put all your cards in there. Any kind of ephemera that you guys have, you can put in there. Essentially, you can make your ephemera books like this too. That would be cool. You can put your tags in here and layer them up. So this is one of the tags. And let's see, how far down does that go? You could even take, let's see, let's look for something. I was looking for something that had a little bit more color. Like that's kind of cool, actually. So I'm going to take a tab here. And go ahead and fold that over. And that's something else that you can do with your scraps is make tabs. You probably want to make sure this is semi-centered. I pushed this pretty far down because I did not give a lot of leeway. I think I'm ready. Oh. Make sure you mute. You're not muted. So I didn't give myself a whole lot of room.
Hello.
So anyway, welcome, Miss Erica. You're going to have to mute your YouTube. So we got about 5 minutes left. Oh gosh.
What am I muting?
There you go. You mute your YouTube, not the StreamYard.
I know, right? My bad.
Mute the TV.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Mute.
Sounds like you got it.
Oh shit. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean that. What am I doing? Hello?
Hi.
Okay. My bad.
Okay, so everyone, this is Erica.
Hi.
Everyone. So like I said, there's only like about 5 minutes left. She had stuff that she had to do today, so no big deal. We'll catch up at a later time, I'm sure. But why don't you tell everybody what you're working on?
Well, I am working on journals. I like to do the I wouldn't call them junk journals, but I just pretty much notebook paper. I do copy dyed paper on the inside of them. I wasn't on cue for this. I do the blanket stitching on the outside of it. I also pad it, so they're padded journal covers instead of just a piece of paper. And now I'm actually going to put corners on them. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So how did you do that stitch?
Oh, the blanket stitch?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I have one, I think. I'm not ready and set up.
Do what?
I wasn't set up and ready to go.
Oh. Yeah, she was talking to me about the stitch that she just now talked about, and I was just like, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. So that's why I asked her how she did it, so she could show us all how she does it.
Alrighty. Okay, being that I have one right here, so this is what it looks like when I first start out with them. I'll put some batting in between, an envelope, and then material on the inside and on the outside. And then I will embroider it with the stitch here. That handy dandy little fun bag. If I can see it. There's that. Okay. So, I just do you hear guitar in the background?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why is he playing?
Yeah, he's jamming down the basement.
Well, I can hear it a little bit when you talk, but not enough that it's like loud and annoying or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Great. So I basically just double knot that. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'm not in camera anymore.
Well, you're on solo view at the moment, but I see a knot of string.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So this string is pretty long to my liking, but we're going to deal with it. We're going to work with it. So I just go in through here so that the knot's hidden. Granted, I am putting a metal book corner on it anyways, but I'd rather the knot be hidden.
Right.
So yeah, so I just do that and then there. And this is called a blanket stitch. I don't know if you ladies know or.
Oh, I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea how to sew. I have no idea about any of this stuff.
Oh, this is like my forte. I love it. So there's that. You just poke it in there, and then before you go on to the next one, you put the string embroidery thread through the loop. Feed it through, and it'll give you that, like,
interesting.
Yeah, a little stitchy look feel.
The little stitchy doodad thing.
Yeah, and then you just do that around the whole book.
Oh, very interesting.
Yes.
I think my hands would be yelling at me in like 5 minutes.
Very soothing for me. So.
Well, I don't understand though, because I can sit there for a couple hours and crochet, but like anything that's like needlework like that, I can't do. It's interesting. I think it's just the difference in the muscles that you're using.
It could be.
I'm not sure, but
very well could be.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm just going to be putting the lovely book corners. Neat.
So I put tape on the wrong side of a page earlier today.
Did you? How'd that work out for you?
I threw it away because I tried to pull the tape up and it ripped my page apart.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's really great tape.
Look at this.
Oh, what is that? Oh, is that the new thing? I was looking at that and I was thinking about getting it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 of them.
Yeah, I know.
I totally just sounded bougie there. I have 2 of them.
Oh my God, I said that word once and now you're going to say it like 1,000 times.
Oh, every day, you know it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know
I can't believe you have all of those done.
Oh yeah. I just started. I can do them within like an hour or so. If nobody's bugging me, I can sit down and do one in like an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Although they're not perfect, like this one. I'm probably gonna do this one. What? They're not. Huh?
Said what? You have handmade items that aren't perfect?
What? Yeah, no, it's not perfect.
What?
I know, right? What's that?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the Harry Potter series of this kind that I have. I have other Harry Potter fabric too, but this bundle is almost done.
I like my new punchy thing.
Yeah? Is that what you're doing?
What?
Is that what you're doing right now?
Right this second, yeah. I wasn't. I was going over how to use scraps and such.
Oh, yeah, I was busy drinking coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my coffee this morning, and then I have a monster drink now because I am so tired right now. I don't even know why.
Hmm. I'm okay. I had to stop at daycare today to bring Odie his chapstick, but
Did you ask your Ukraine girl the thing?
I know I haven't talked to her. I snuck in because all of a sudden I walk in, they're like, Odin's mom's here. And I'm like, no, shh,
No, she's not. Shush.
she's not here. And I hid. I crouched down. I'm like, no, she's not here because he will get mad and upset and want to come
Oh
home.
no.
But no.
Oh, that's terrible.
Right? So who's out here today?
Well, Haven's home.
Well, I know.
Oh, well, she's not normally home on Fridays.
Oh, okay. It's been a minute since.
Yeah. They actually both requested off this Friday because Sydney had something that she was supposed to be able to do this evening, which was Polar Express movie night, and it was like an outdoor movie.
Oh.
And but it rained really bad yesterday and like soggied up the ground.
Oh no.
Really cold for us. And so they canceled it.
Oh.
But the kids still have tonight off, so I'm not sure what their plans are, but I don't think there's anything else happening. Porter's got a couple concerts. Tuesday. But as far as tonight, no, I don't think we have anything special planned. We were going to go see the Polar Express with Sid, but.
Did we tell you we went on the Polar Express?
No, but we did too, and we lived in upstate New York. We did too.
Well, okay, so it's not technically the Polar Express; it's what St. Paul considers.
Well, yeah, I mean that was the same for us. I mean, we just went to the upstate New York's Polar Express, you know.
Yeah, we went to it's called the Union Depot, the train station.
I don't even remember what ours was. It was a while back.
Odie got his first train ride. I was like, oh, he didn't really care. I mean,
I think Sydney was like, I want to say she was like 2 or 3 when we went.
Yeah. Is there anybody in here? I guess I wasn't paying attention to chat or anything.
Not really. It's you and me and one other person.
Oh, hello, one other person.
Yeah, because right now it says that we have 3 viewers, but I think one of those viewers is StreamYard, so I think that it's just.
Oh, maybe it's just us.
Well, yeah, like I'm actually normally getting off right about now anyway, because like I was telling you last night, during the week is really hard for me, because they're in school, and I have to leave here at 1:00, so that gives me literally 2 hours just to myself. Sandra's still here listening to us. Yay. But that gives me like 2 hours just to myself to kind of sit back, relax, and eat something.
Right.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of dropped the ball on that. That's my fault.
Oh no, that's fine.
Not bad.
No, it's fine. Like I'm sure that we'll have other times that we'll be able to get together and whatnot.
Yeah. No, not at all. I was gonna say I have Thursday and Friday next week off. I don't plan on doing anything besides maybe going to coffee with her one day, but that's about it.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha.
That's about it. Unless my other friend decides to have a sleepover like we did last Wednesday night. This Wednesday night. We had a slumber party.
You're in between lessons with your son. What grade is your son in? I actually just got done. I just finished homeschooling my kids. I graduated my oldest daughter last year. I realized that we're still on. There we go. I graduated my oldest daughter last year in 2020. And then my son, who is a sophomore this year, asked if he could go back to public school. And I was like, sure, why not? You're old enough to make like they make their own decisions, so that might be a bad thing for me, but I just figure it's better for them to learn how to make their own decisions. Um, because I'm actually dealing with the opposite with Haven because we always made the decisions for her. And now she is so indecisive. Like everything is, I don't know, whatever you want. I don't know, whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, you have to decide something yourself. Fifth with my younger, and the other one is doing his last year. So he's a senior in high school. That's awesome. We did 5.5 years. Well, no, I'm sorry. We did 4.5 years of homeschooling, almost 5 years. And they like I pulled all of them out when my son was in 6th grade and my youngest daughter was in kindergarten. So her only experience with public school was like from September until December because they were only back in school for about, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks in January when I pulled them out because I didn't feel bad about pulling her out so early because that year she'd started kindergarten and she went to the hospital twice for pneumonia. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't. I mean, that's not why we pulled them out, but that's definitely why I didn't feel guilty because she had already missed so much school.
Right.
But no, we actually pulled them out because there were threats at the middle school. And I was like, and this was the year that there were like threat after threat after threat after threat, like all over the nation.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm done. We're done. And so I just pulled all 3 of them out. My daughter was a sophomore in high school. She has learning disability. She has dyslexia. So when we pulled her out, I was just like, oh my gosh, I should have done this a long time ago. And we ended up catching her up because she was pretty far behind actually. And so we had to catch her up. And so she ended up graduating last year. I mean, she graduated on time. But I don't know if she would have been able to graduate had we left her in public school, honestly.
You know, I'm thinking I might get back into YouTube again.
YouTube's fun.
It is. It's just, I don't know. I just put it away and then I didn't like it and then I did it and then I don't know.
Yeah. No, I've definitely enjoyed this past week. It's really fun. I like the let's get on for an hour and be done because I feel like that's the same concept as if I were to do videos, I would do them for about an hour. But by doing live, it gives other people an opportunity to come in and hang out and chit chat and whatnot and ask questions even. And then but it'll still have the time frame of an hour. That way people can come back and watch it kind of with ease. Because I have a hard time watching like super, super long videos. Like even if they're videos.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like 2 or 3 hours long. I have such a hard time watching it because I can't even watch TV for that long. Like regular TV.
Yeah.
I like the company of life. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I like being able to talk to other people. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you know this, but I'm kind of a talker,
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What would be cooler is if we could be literally in the same building.
That would be cool. Maybe when
Maybe someday.
we move to Virginia, you guys can come down over what I think it would be more over than down, but we would be in a much larger space because we're actually trying to buy a house right now.
Oh yeah.
Well, not right now. We're gonna wait probably until the first of the year to really start looking, but
Sure.
we're actually waiting for him to get like hard orders.
Mm-hmm.
Not we have an idea that we're going to go here and then start looking for a house, fall in love with a house, put an offer in on a house, orders don't come through.
Right.
Yeah, so that would be not fun.
Yeah.
What company do you use, Sandra, or are you an eclectic homeschooler? With my oldest daughter, we were kind of eclectic. With my son, we used Sunlight for a few years. And then in the last, it was only the last year and a half, but in the last 3 grades, if that makes sense, we used Monarch. And I really enjoyed Monarch because of the diversity within the different programs that you can get, especially high school. My son took 9 classes of 9th grade in 4 months. We've used BJU Press since pre-K, but we did Classical Conversations for about 4 years. I've never heard of either one of those. Are they good? What's really funny is my kids are back in public school, but I cannot just turn that part of my brain off. I am very active with their education, with their learning. I may not be necessarily as active with the school per se, but I'm very active with their education and what they're learning, how they're learning, making sure that they're learning like everything, not just the good, fluffy parts of history, but all of history, even the bad and ugly and nasty parts that we're not proud of, because that's history. Just because we're not proud of the stupid stuff we've done doesn't mean it's not part of history. But now I'm not necessarily super involved with the school. Like I don't do like PTA or nothing like that, but definitely involved with their education. Yes, I understand. Hard to not be part of. Yes. Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Mm-hmm. You finished that yet?
So have you always homeschooled your kids, or was it something that like you just decided to pull them out of public school and then your younger kids kind of got that as well, if that makes sense? I think I want to trim that down a little bit.
Yeah, I figured this Thursday and Friday next Thursday and Friday, I'll get Odie.
I'm not going to remember that.
Well, that was loud.
Sure. You gonna put them on my crafts? Oh, I think I get my order today. Let me check.
Oh, from me?
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them, anyway.
One of the 10. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
A fart sandwich, yes. It's called Aesop Fables. Not that bad.
We just started and kept going. Nice. Yeah, I wish I would have done it a lot earlier, especially for Haven, my oldest. I really wish that we would have done it a lot sooner because the public school system just was not adequate for her. With her having dyslexia, they kept pushing her forward. Instead of teaching her, they just kept pushing her forward. And by the time she was in 10th grade, she was actually pretty advanced in math. For having dyslexia, she was pretty advanced in math. But they kept teaching her because she had an IEP. They kept going over the same material over and over and over again, even in math. And so she ended up getting blocked, and it just was not very beneficial for her. It was bad.
Really? Yeah, it says it's at my post office, so we'll see if we get it in the mail today.
Are you talking to me?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. I just realized we're sitting at an hour and 20 minutes. I should probably hop off of this thing.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, that's fine. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
It's all up to me. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Okay. Yeah, whenever. I do have to do some other things around the house and stuff. Maybe
doing some cards for seniors while you're listening. Oh, that's cool. Like Christmas cards or greeting cards, holiday cards rather. I'll spit out the right word here in a minute, I'm sure. Yeah, I tried to I've been live every day this week, and I will try to continue the process. I think I'm going to have to come up with a new thing to start, because I don't think I'm going to continue this particular project, this scrappy project, on camera. I think I'm just going to start a new one altogether.
Sure.
Because I've had people ask me, like, "Oh, do you sell your albums?" I'm like, "I do." I do. And they ask me that until they find out the price tag, and then they're just like, "Oh,
yes."
like, you do realize that it just took me a week to make one, right?
Right.
They are significantly more complicating than journals.
Agreed.
You have China.
Really?
Yes.
What is the link to my channel? Actually, it's youtube.com/C as in like cat. I'll write it. I'll type it down.
Sorry, that was John's house.
Oh, can you do, let's see here. It's actually this. I don't have it. Benjamin.
That is loud.
Yeah. Husband, stop.
Is there a bunch of people watching? Is it?
Maybe. Maybe not. I can't finish that
Do
sentence.
they know about your other website where everyone watches you and pays you?
Oh, stop. Please. Oh, here it is. Oh, no, that's Etsy. What am I doing? Why can't I find this?
Okay, so I just linked the channel. It's wait. Be back taking dog outside. Have a good day in case you're all gone when I get back. Alrighty.
All right. Oh, here, I found it. Ha.
I already got it, Erica.
Oh. Ha. Yours and mine, or just yours?
But thanks. Oh, just mine.
There.
If you did, yeah, I was gonna say if you did yours, then that works too.
Yeah, that was what I was doing because she asked
Okay.
for me. It's okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that I was like, wait, why is she asking what my link is? You just click on the little thingy. Oh, have at it. Good morning and welcome. How are you?
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't have much on my channel. Like, I was there for a minute and now I've been gone for a long time. And I was never really established for a minute. So
Just a minute.
It's a minute.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, I have a couple things on mine.
Just a couple.
Yeah, just a couple. Good morning. How are you? I am tired. Like, I am insanely tired for whatever reason. But other than that, I'm great. I am caffeinating myself like crazy.
I'm good. I'm eating pumpkin cake.
Pumpkin cake.
Bar cake, whatever you want to call it. It's thick and yummy. Oh, I didn't show you my new toy I bought.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Who is that? The Rambling Crafter, right?
Yep. Right there.
Her husband makes those.
Yes. I had to. I was like, they're on sale right now, so I'm just going to. So I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love pumpkin bread. I don't think I've had pumpkin bread in quite some time. I like banana bread.
Ooh, I love both.
Oh my God. I could eat me some banana bread.
With a bunch of butter on it. Remember that thickness?
Oh my God. Yes. Like, you can't have muffins or fresh baked bread without butter.
You can't. It just doesn't work.
And I can't believe that my daughter thinks we're crazy for that. Like, what is wrong with you?
You eat two little thin slices. Like, what is that? That's nothing. That isn't anything.
She doesn't even do that. She just she doesn't put butter on it at all. And she's like, here you go. Here's a cold muffin that I let cool down.
Right?
Like, no, give me the muffins straight out of the lava.
Oh, yes.
Put some butter on it.
Put an inch thick of butter on there first.
Okay, holy macaroni, not that much. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that sounds good for lunch. Macaroni.
She actually made cheesy mac.
Ooh.
Chili mac. She made chili mac yesterday for lunch.
Hot cocoa bombs sound good too. Yes.
We have a local lady in our neighborhood because I live in a military neighborhood, right? And we have a lot of moms that they call them side hustles.
Sure.
Where you just kind of do like random stuff on the side. Mm-hmm. Anyway, one of the things that she does is she makes hot cocoa bombs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fun.
I haven't had them, but it looks good.
I haven't had them either.
Hot cocoa bombs with my granddaughter this weekend. I don't even know how to make them. They look pretty cool though. I've never had them either. But they definitely look cool.
They smell good.
They smell good. I imagine they smell like chocolate.
Yes. Chocolate smells good.
I'm just outside of Fort Gordon. My husband retired. Fort Gordon. Why does that sound familiar? Where is that? What state is that in? Fort Gordon. That's Army. I'm not as familiar with the Army bases as I am the sub bases. And only about half of the sub bases I'm familiar with because he's only been to like a handful of them. Like we went to Georgia. No wonder it sounds familiar. I'm in South Carolina. But we went to Pearl Harbor. We're at the weapons station right now. We went to the I don't think Boston Spa actually has a name for their naval base up there, because it's not really a base. It's just like a little school for the nuclear power training. I was in Greenwood, South Carolina yesterday. I'm not sure where that's at. We're about 20 minutes from Charleston. Greenwood sounds familiar though, so it's probably not very far from us. I think I hear it on the news regularly. This thing is so cute, and I can't believe how fuzzy my screen is. I have a daughter that lives in Charleston. Yeah, it's nice here. It's cold at the moment, but it's nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's cold.
I don't know. I think you should come to Minnesota, and I'll tell you what cold's like.
Nah, I'm good. We are good.
Well, those book corners are on. Yay, me! Now I just got to fill them. And then they'll be ready to be put on Etsy.
What? Oh, your notebooks?
Mm-hmm.
How many pages are you putting on?
I do.
Consultant for lazy. Oh, wow. That's cool.
You're gonna. We multiply them by 4, right? Because each sheet of paper has 4 pages, right?
Yeah.
So I got to do maths in my brain. Give me a minute.
Oh my God.
I know, right? Let's see here.
So I normally do 75-page journals.
It's 60 is what I was planning on, but I could do more. Being that they're that small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really do between 15 and 20 pages, like papers.
Oh, no? I always did 15 because I always did like 10 white sheets or whatever solid color sheet that I haven't done anything to.
Yeah.
Is what I use. So I would put 10 in there, and then I'd put 5 like other sheets, like a coffee dyed sheet or a music sheet or.
Well, I kind of wish that I hadn't wrapped them up yet, but I made notebooks for the kids.
Oh, yeah. This one's for his mom.
I'll have to show you pictures, after they open them up. But I made them all personal to them.
Right. This one's for his mom, not the other one. This one.
Yeah. Like for Sydney's, for instance, I made hers like I would make mine. Super girly, very like pretty and lacy and frou-frou-y.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because people look at me and they don't see frou-frou. What is your name? My name is Joetta. Everyone calls me Joe. Nice to meet you, Miss Joe. My name is Natasha. And you can either call me Natasha or you can call me Tasha. You can call me Hey You. You can call me Journey. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Most people call me Natasha. Except my kids. They call me Mom. I'm just kidding. I mean, they do call me Mom, but nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm. Nice to meet you too.
I like meeting new faces.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. Yeah, hopefully I can keep with the momentum of doing lives every day. I definitely can't do lives this long every day, but
you made an exception for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and normally I also stream straight through YouTube instead of StreamYard because I don't like for one, I don't like the lag because there's about a 45-second delay between me saying something and you hearing it. But when I stream straight through YouTube, there's like a 1.5-second lag or 2-second lag. It's kind of crazy. And the blurry that's happening right now doesn't happen on when I stream through YouTube. But I also don't have a guest every day, so
It's true.
yeah, it's not too bad for me to do it every day because my kids went back to public school, which ironically does not free up my time as much as I thought it would. If anything, it has made me quite a substantial amount more busy. And we've been taking care of her, and you know what that does. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm sorry. That stinks.
Yeah, that really does.
But my older one, she works every day except Monday and Thursdays. But my older two, they're gone throughout the day. My husband's gone throughout the day. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I pretty much have to myself. And I'm just doing whatevs, you know? So, and I have older kids, so I don't clean my house no more. I'm like, y'all mess it up, you clean it.
Yep.
You want to eat food? Wash the dishes that you ate off of.
Odie really loves to help shaking garbage bags and stuff. He likes to sweep the floor, but I mean, he's 1.5, so.
I was gonna say mine are slightly older than Odie. I mean, I know that you and I are the same age, but our kids are not.
No, not even close.
No. Like, honestly, your kid could be my kid's son.
Yep.
Because my oldest is 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a walker when he graduates. I'll be like, "Good going, Sonny."
Oh my God.
That'll be me.
Well, I mean, whatevs.
What do you do?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my youngest is 9, going on 45. She's like way more mature than my other two were. But then again, my other two didn't have siblings that were 5 and 10 years older than them either.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes a very big difference. Mm-hmm. She actually slipped and fell yesterday.
Oh no.
Yeah. She's this morning she was complaining that her chest was still hurting. And I looked at her chest and, you know, she doesn't have a bruise or anything. But she said that her chest was still hurting. And if it's still hurting, you know, by this evening, we might have to take her in to get her an x-ray and make sure she didn't actually bruise a rib or something.
Right.
But because she's in 5th grade, she actually skipped a grade. Which was kind of cool doing the homeschooling. Mm-hmm. And she is, oh my God, she is thriving. She's got better grades than my son.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, she was at the playground yesterday at recess, and she was going up the stairs, up the ladder, stairs, or whatever it was. And like I said, it had rained the day before really bad enough for them to cancel the outdoor movie. And I guess she tripped over her own feet or slipped on slick, you know, whatever, or something. Mm-hmm. But she slipped and she kind of fell forward. She hit her chest and the underside of her chin. And I was like, well, did anyone at the school look at you? And she was like, no. I was like, what? Why not? I don't know.
Right?
It's like, okay.
Right?
Empty nesters. Yeah. Not to that point just yet. Honestly, I don't know that I ever want them to leave. You just stay with me forever.
No, I'm kicking you out at 18. I'm just kidding. I also
No,
said that.
I used to say that, but I don't know. Like my oldest is pretty dependent right now.
Mhm.
Um, like in theory, she says that she wants to, move out on her own and not live at home and whatnot, but she is just so dependent.
Sure.
And I don't know how to kind of get her out of that because I am not going to do what my mom did to me, which was gave me an ultimatum. You got 2 weeks to get a job or you're out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay. But I mean, it was actually the best thing that happened to me because that's where I met my husband.
Sure.
So, my husband just turned 69 and he's taking up skateboarding.
Oh, goodness.
Well, is he good at it? Or is he, oh my God, what are you thinking at it?
Has he done it before?
Yeah, because I mean, if he had done it before, or if he's, if he's agile, that makes sense.
Mhm. Sure.
But me, I can't.
Mhm.
I rollerbladed once when it was my son's a friend at school or something birthday party. My daughter was just born. Like it was in April. Her birthday's January 26th. Like she was just born, and I decided I was gonna go rollerblading, and I fell flat on my butt. Oh my God, what are you thinking? And when you break your hip, you'll have to go to a nursing home because I can't take care of you. Oh, I'm not sure if that's funnier or not, but that's definitely really funny. Oh, she's probably like, stop laughing at me. It's so funny. Oh, I could just imagine though, like my husband when he gets to be that age, because he's not that age yet. Like I'm 39, he's 36 or 35. We're 4 years apart, and he's like that. He's just like, let's try something different. I'm gonna try and not break my neck. I'm like,
Try real hard, please. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just don't.
You know what, Warner? Yes. Can be when they have a cold. Can you imagine a broken hip? Yes.
Oh yeah, no,
So my husband, to give you an idea of these, lovely whiners, my husband had a hole in his eardrum, had to have surgery. Now he's got some kind of issue with his foot. They think that it might have a hairline fracture in it because the pain just came on like sudden. It wasn't like a buildup or anything like that. It was just all of a sudden one day it started hurting and it hasn't stopped. And so he actually just got the MRI for his foot yesterday. And so they're not going to know about that until Monday. But yeah, it's absolutely mind-boggling to me how much of a baby they can be when they have a runny nose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, you don't have a fever. Go away.
Right?
Now, my son, on the other hand, my son is going to make some woman real happy one day because that kid has been going to school every day this week with a runny nose. Not a fever. I will not send him to school if he has a fever.
Right.
But, and it's just a runny nose. And we think that it might be allergies because the weather here has just gone so drastic, so quick. Like it was super cold. One day the high was like 76. The very next day, the high was 60. The next day after that, the high was like 54. The next day after that, the high was like 78. I'm like, what in the world is happening right now? So
Yeah.
think that his sniffles are related to Sydney's sniffles, which could be related to the temperatures, not knowing what the heck is going on.
I would say so. I've got those sniffles.
Yeah, but him, nah, he's like, he'll get up, he'll go to school and all that hoopla and be all great for it.
Mm-hmm.
He is more like me. He gets sick and he's just like, I mean, he has to really get sick to be put on his butt.
Mm.
He is nothing like his dad. His dad gets the sniffles and he's just like, I'm dying. Like, no, you're really not. Go blow your nose. You're done. You're fine.
Fine.
I promise. But what if I don't? From a runny nose?
I think you're fine.
I think you make it.
You'll survive a runny nose.
Now, Haven, on the other hand, Haven is just like Wayne. Runny nose. Oh my God, I'm dying. You're really not. I promise. It'll be okay.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Oh my gosh. But no, my youngest girl and my son are more like me. And they're like, if I get sick, I got stuff to do. I don't have time to be sick.
Oh no, I have time to be sick. I chill.
No, I like some ibuprofen and move on. Like, let's go. I got this. I do not have time to be sick.
For me, it depends because I'm so used to having allergies that I always chalk everything up as allergies and move on with my day.
Yeah.
But if like this last year we both got like flu sick, and it wasn't COVID or anything, it was just flu. And we were both knocked out.
The two younger kids, I think, had an upper respiratory infection. Or something like that, because they both got really bad sick too, and they both had really bad fevers along with it. So the very first thing I did was take them to go get COVID tested.
Oh yeah.
Put your big girl panties on and move on. Yep. Pretty much. Oh, geez. But yeah, so they both came back tested negative for that. But that one actually knocked them out. Like that one, it knocked them both out. They were both in bed for like 4 days.
Yeah.
But they're not whiners though. They will legitimately just stay in bed and sleep.
Oh, that's nice.
My two younger ones. My two older ones, no, they're both whiners. They will stay in bed all right and whine.
Or groan.
Yeah. And that is my husband and my oldest daughter, who happens to be standing behind me laughing at me. Yeah, I'm still on because Erica was late.
Yeah, I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. I must have Wonderland way too much in my life.
Well, I only have one page left of this book.
Well, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I don't care.
I mean, I haven't done anything to these pages, but I did map them, so there's that.
Yeah. I think I might have to stop at Joanne on my way to Walmart or on my way back from Walmart. Sounds like a plan. Huh?
For what?
I don't know. It always tells me what to buy.
Oh, well, in that case, you can just go to, journeyofcrafting.com, and I'm pretty sure I have it too.
Fabric?
What's funny is I was actually just thinking about that. Thank you so much, Miss Jo. I was just thinking about that, and I think I want to add fabric to my repertoire.
That would be a good idea, especially Jen Field.
It's one of the few things that I don't have a good supply on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not Jen Hatfield. Is that what it is?
Did I tell you that I just recently got an account for napkins and ribbons?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to. I actually already dropped all the prices to my current napkins by $1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. because now I can get them wholesale. Of course, the napkins that I currently have, I did not buy wholesale.
Right.
So, but then I can get them wholesale and then I can sell them real, like very inexpensively.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited.
That is exciting.
Yeah. I love this little book. It is so cute.
It is.
It's just adorable.
That's why I wondered if you had any of the book parts on sale. Because I would have made one for a gift.
No, I don't have those on the shop.
No. Hint for one, just for me.
Joe said, Erica, I'm sure you already know this, but if you wax your thread, it won't tangle as much.
Oh, nope, I didn't know that. Thank you. That's pretty sweet. I didn't. That's what I'm getting at.
But I don't know anything about sewing stuff, so.
Well, I have threaded wax, but threaded wax. Oh my goodness.
Really? How do you thread wax? I would be interested in finding out how you thread wax.
Well, you can try that sometime. I have wax threading, but I use that more for my binding versus, which I never thought of doing that for this too. But I know that's something I can grab while I'm at.
I have thread.
Oh, candles. I didn't know that.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't have thread.
You just dip them, huh?
No, you don't just dip them, goofball.
No.
Oh, like you have a candle right here, right? You take your thread and you just hold it down and go, that's it. Oh. Or like this and go, that's it. And you're pulling the wax, or you're pulling the thread over the wax.
Oh.
What do you mean? Really? And I don't know anything about this. Okay, this would be a common sense thing, not a experience thing.
Well, I don't know, because that doesn't commonly come to my sense. That made no sense either.
What's funny though is this word common sense is a very strange concept for me. See, even she agreed. She's like, right, exactly, yes. Wow, Erica. Anyway, this whole common sense thing should be renamed to very rare unicorn sense, because no one seems to have it. Yeah. It is unicorn sense. It is not common sense.
No. Ooh, I might have
unicorns.
I might have to stop at Bath and Body Works too while I'm at the mall. Oh, shucks.
I don't go to the mall.
Oh. Well, I shouldn't call this a mall because it's really, everything's like closed in there. They used to have a JCPenney and a Herberger's, and we have a Kohl's, but that's about it for clothing store. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Maurice's.
So as far as clothing goes, we actually do the upside down world we live in, right? For clothing, actually, we do a lot of stuff from Goodwill. Like, we love Goodwill. All of my kids love just going in and seeing what all they can find. Sure. Like, what can they come up with? Because we have a Goodwill here that's actually really cool. It's called an outlet center or a clearance center, and it's you have bins. Like, you really either should wear gloves or you're going to have to wash your hands when you get home.
Yep, it's by the pound, right?
Yeah, everything is by the pound. Like, I ended up with like a huge chunk full of clothes for my son, who hit a growth spurt, who's like 5'8", 5'9" now. I got a bunch of stuff for him, a bunch of shirts and pants and whatnot, a bunch of stuff for my youngest daughter, all kinds of stuff. And it was like $30. And among all of that were jeans.
Mm-hmm.
I got him an Abercrombie hoodie And I don't know if you know what Abercrombie is, but it's not exactly cheap. Like that in and of itself is more than $30.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah. So we love Goodwill.
Yeah. Ours isn't like that.
What?
Ours isn't like that. Ours is like
No, yours is normal retail center. We have one of those right next door to it as well. So
like I say it's too expensive, and it really isn't, because if you were to go to the actual store, you're gonna pay a heck of a lot more. But
they've actually increased their prices over the years. They really have.
Yep, they have. And I have a hard time supporting our Goodwill in general. So I go to the local ones, the local thrift shops.
I was gonna say another thing you could do is just do local thrift shops, or even Salvation Army is another place that's really good.
Yep.
Y'all are still here. Nice. Yeah,
Hi.
She yelled at me if I was gonna leave, so
I did not.
No, she did not. She only yells sometimes, and not when the camera's on.
No.
But yeah, so for pretty much everything else, I was literally just talking to Erica about this. I don't remember the last time that I've been inside of a Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, anything like that. Because I have wholesale accounts to all of the places that they have wholesale accounts to, because, well, they're corporations. I'm not technically a corporation, but I am an LLC, which means I have a federal business license. I mean, I obviously have a local state business license as well. But because I have federal, I can get stuff from overseas because they're looking for an EIN, which is basically your federal tax number. But if you don't have an EIN, you're not technically supposed to be doing stuff like that. But whatevs, that's neither here nor there. Don't care what everybody else does. I need my MAGA nuts. Come here, MAGA nuts. But yeah, actually, Etsy just changed their policy too. If you make over $600 in a year, they are sending you a 1099.
I saw that.
Yeah, I actually thought it was kind of cool because it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to force people to become legitimate and, do the responsible thing, or it's going to thin out Etsy and take the people that don't want to be, doing the right thing, paying taxes and whatnot. And it's going to thin all of those people out.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to make the competition a little bit better because, you're no longer competing with people that aren't willing to be up to par with, what they're supposed to be doing the right way.
Yep.
Because like a lot of people ask me about, taxes. Why do I have taxes on my Etsy? I was like, first of all, I don't have taxes on my Etsy. You live in a state that charges sales tax. Therefore, Etsy corporate charges sales tax, not me. Now, it does go to my account in the sense of when I file my taxes, I can be like, hey, I paid X, Y, and Z in taxes already because it was charged. I don't have to go and try to figure it all out. That's what Etsy does for me, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that a lot of people will most likely go and do other platforms, but I think that it's a federal thing. It's not an Etsy thing. I think that they're changing their standards federally, which is why Etsy is changing their standard. I think is the reason that that's happening.
Very well could be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I guess I don't do the research on it. I just go, oh, okay, well, I guess I gotta do it.
All right.
I'm horrible. I'm so horrible.
Oh no. No, I have to know what's happening and what's going on. So I do a lot of research. My gosh, the time and energy that I put into the copyright research. Oh, Nelly Furtado.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my word. And what's really funny to me is I was actually watching another YouTuber yesterday, I think. And she was talking about how to use one of the programs that I like using. And so I was, watching her or whatnot. And she was like, yeah, and let's go to list Etsy and, search whatever. And she started looking and she's like, look at all these people copyright infringing on Disney. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yep. See it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're very reasonable. Oh, I saw that like 4 times, but I didn't shut up long enough to read it. Aiken has an ASPCA thrift shop we go to. I like ASPCA. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of the SPCA. I didn't know there was an A at the beginning of that. Like an animal shelter. That's where we get our pets. That's where we got my Xena. She is, for all intents and purposes, she's a miniature German Shepherd. That's exactly what she looks like, but she's like 25 pounds. But there's not a registered miniature German Shepherd, so it's not an actual breed. And then my daughter just got a bloodhound a few months back. And oh my God, that dog is beautiful. She's huge and has no idea about the stuff that she runs into, but she's huge. Oh, I have absolutely no idea. I don't pay attention to the acronyms. I just know that I like the SPCA because it's not normally, they are not kill shelters. They are non-kill shelters, which is why we like supporting them. That's where we got my cat back in Hawaii. We had to put her down this past February. She was 15 years old and they think she had cancer, but that's where we got her. That's where we got my Xena, and that's where we got Haven's Aura. Let's see. Very reasonable, and it goes for a good cause. Oh, that's good though. A lot of YouTubers I've noticed are having auctions on YouTube. Yeah, there are a lot of people that do YouTube sales in order to avoid. Now, I don't know if it's to avoid anything. I'm not going to speculate, but I do know from experience, if you do YouTube, you have to do everything manually, and it is a lot more work. Meaning you have to do the research on where people are paying from, where you are, sending invoices from. Do you have to pay sales tax on top of things that you're invoicing? Do you need to charge sales tax for other people? And there are some instances where they will do that for you. If you use PayPal business account, it will do it for you. But if you are getting invoices through like friends and family, then you're not sending a business invoice. You are, say, I say, hey, Erica, you owe me $20 for, all that stuff that you just bought. And she sends it to me through friends and family. Then it's technically a gift. Therefore, it's not registered as income. Therefore, you don't have to pay taxes. I don't have to pay taxes. And I'm hiding this money from Uncle Sam. Basically is what's happening. And they all want you to pay friends and families through PayPal. I won't do it. Yeah. I prefer to stick with Etsy. It's all on the up and up. I'm not hiding anything. Nobody else is, like, you're not seeing any hidden fees or anything like that. I got away from buying on YouTube. I got away from selling on YouTube. the whole thing. It just makes it so much easier to have one entity, and like that is my business. Like my business is journeyofcrafting.com, which is hosted by Pattern, which is a subcontractor from Etsy. I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know about the whole acronym. My husband is from Kalahi, just outside of Honolulu. Nice. I miss Hawaii. I liked going over to Waianae because it was just so pretty. It was like untouched by, tourism, and I could go because I look, before I speak, I look more local than, say, my husband or my kids do. My kids at the time, they were all blonde hair, blue eyes. My youngest daughter wasn't a thought at that point. BOAFYL. Don't know what that means, but hello. I just think if it's through friends and families, you have no protection. Neither does the seller. Correct. I actually have on my Etsy, on every single listing that you will see in my shop, it says very clearly, very plainly. Let me bring up this real quick, and I can click on one and scroll down. Okay, it says all shipping is calculated as a package. I do not ship using a single stamp. I will only ship using tracking methods, and this assures both the buyer as well as the sellers. Thank you for understanding. That is on every single one of my listings. Because I refuse to ship using no tracking. It, as you were saying, it doesn't protect you. It doesn't protect the buyer, the seller, nothing. I can't believe I've done so much of this book already. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. You just started it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you like my new little dish I got at the local craft shop?
I do. It's cute.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm tired.
Yeah, I can't be tired. I only have like an hour before I have to go pick her up. I still need to eat something.
Well, I should let you go.
I had like 2 muffins this morning with my coffee. 2 of those little muffins that she brought, that she made last night. And then she let it cool all the way off, and then didn't even give me any butter.
The little speckles of butter, like she just flicked it on there a little bit.
Yeah.
with a paintbrush after it melted a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, speckles.
But I think this turned out super cute.
It is. That collection, I can't wait to see the paper. Like, I'm excited. It's so pretty.
I am. It is. It's really cute. Like, It's funny because on the first album I was using the fox, and because I used the fox all up, the mouse was like pretty much left in the leftovers, right? And now throughout, it's like, look, there's the mouse everywhere. Or the
cute.
Or the hen, rather.
The hen. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Look, I used the tab.
Oh, that's cute.
I had to use my brand new tab. But anyway, I love this thing. It is just so cute.
I have to agree.
It's so lindo. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna sell the the empty blank naked books, because I got them so I could make the albums.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't get them to sell them. I got them so I could sell these guys.
Right.
Yeah, these little guys. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off of here because I need to get something to eat. It was very nice chatting with you ladies. I hope you guys had fun. It was very nice meeting you, Miss Joe. Thank you so much, Miss Erica, for coming on and hanging out with me for the extra hour.
Thank you for waiting on me.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I will most likely try to be back tomorrow. We'll probably start a new project. I may or may not have this one complete, and I'll do a flip through for you guys. That will be a completely separate video or live or something one way or another, just so I can link it to the shop, and that way they're seeing just the final countdown. Final countdown. Anyway, never mind.
Final countdown.
So I will see you guys all either tomorrow or the next day. And you guys have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you before then. And thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. Bye, everybody.
Bye.